flyplassen.
Ja.
Ja.
Tenker du på Flightpath?
Ja, men der i nærheten av den så selger du pil og...
Ja, sånn da.
Har du noe?
Du trenger litt ammunisjon.
Ja. Hvordan går det med deg? Jeg har fulle bager totalt. Jeg må kanskje inn og hive av litt ull og i byen. Har du noe spiller med tailoring da, Erik?
Nei.
Jeg fant en plan for tailoring for å lage 6-slots bag rød. Hva heter det? Jeg flytter stomvindet og plasserer ting inn i banken.
Ja. Jeg har så mange ting fra forskjellige oppdrag. Jeg må bare kaste alt, for jeg gidder ikke gjøre. Glyph of Azor. Hva er det for noe? Ok, jeg må fikse en ting til. Familie-Elias. BRB. Wait, I'm gonna go inside the inn for some rested XP. Hello, Tamara. It's 2 o'clock at your place. Okay, it's now 22:54 here in the almost 11 o'clock. Yeah, BRB. Ok, da er jeg tilbake igjen.
Kom tilbake. Ja, hva jeg skal ta nå da?
Octo signups are still open.
Åh. Tar vi av. Jeg har til og med klart å bruke opp alle pengene som jeg tjente inn på turen, jeg.
Ah,
Men hvor han er first aid læreren? Jeg kan sjekke på den der, spørre vakt, ikke? Skal ikke det kunne da?
jeg tror du måtte Stormwind, jeg er litt usikker.
Ja, jeg er Stormvind da.
Ja.
How are you? See you later.
Sendte deg noe peng?
Hvor henne er... Jeg trenger 40 for level. Jeg trenger 40 for å level opp til neste.
I need to find
Hva da?
copper
Trenger du hjelp?
ore. Nei, jeg må bare finne copper ore.
Det var det da.
There is not much going around. And tomorrow is the Xbox annunciation thingy. 7 o'clock for Norwegian time and 10 o'clock in the morning, some weird American time. You guys have Central, East, West. But I'm quite sure I found out it's 7 o'clock here Norway time.
How are you?
It's weird, I can't see any ores. Sign up button still enabled. Go sign up on Octo if you want to play. OctoWoW.st.
Oh. Ja. Da begynner du kanskje å finne på da.
Okay, I'm just gonna switch character. Ooh, flowers. Sunflower. Oh, her var det mange blomster.
Hvor er du nå på periferien?
Elvin Forest. Jeg er jo sånn der Elvin.
I need to get closer.
Holy crap, there's so much flowers. Har du sett at snart så kommer Palworld 1.0? Eller slippes snart?
Nei.
You don't like gnomes because they're short. I don't like gnomes because their emotes suck.
Say 3 seems reasonable.
Well, I think actually we may have said 5, and that's why you picked 5.
I think it was 5 for the team to go to the shuttle.
OctoWoW
No, it is 5.
signups are still open.
But regardless,
What are you waiting for? Go sign up now.
Forgive us, dear listeners. It's been several shows of other shows, like several months of Dum-Dums and Dragons recordings since we played this last, so we're a little rusty. And the show hasn't aired yet, so we can't listen to it. But yeah, I think safe to say that you can likely take 3.
Okay,
so it'll be up to you on this journey, kind of to the station, to determine which ones you want, or which ones you think will go with you.
From an in-game perspective, I also think Valentine wouldn't want the new people to outnumber his like core group anyways, because he's not 100% on his current team.
Yeah.
Signups are open. Go to octowow.st.
Haugen til høyre for Stormildporten, sant?
I took them both aside. Alto knows we're planning on taking the cutter, not the shuttle.
Huh?
Stormvind.
Ja.
Lyric is the one I said
Så
we
går det
might
til
be forcing people to go
høyre
with us if they're
sida
useful.
der.
Right, gotcha.
Didn't
Rett
tell
før
Alto
på
the
på
personnel
Divesa bandittene så har de en troppe
So your team
gående på sida der.
assembles. You've got Vagata
Vet om
in
den,
his kind
sant?
of like, again,
Ja.
almost Phantom of the Opera, RoboCop helmet, and his kind of busted up Mad Max outfit. Phalanx Deathblower is
Det er jo to
just
på
very
den sida.
in
En
sort
i
of like,
fossen òg.
if you took like a beard trimmer to a ghillie suit,
En i
so just a
fossen,
little
eller
bit
rett
of
før
kind of
fossen der.
almost like shredded fabric everywhere that would seemingly blend in enough if he ducked into a bush, but that also leaves him plenty of room to move. He's got a double bandolier of darts that are similarly camouflaged, and a variety of blowpipes of kind of various ilk. You notice many of them are metal,
Jeg sjekker hva jeg
and
skal
seem
ha,
to have been
hva han kan
sort
lære
of
meg.
forged
Da.
off of rifle barrels and that sort of thing. Heinrich is, I think we'd met him earlier. Mostly
I met
known.
him in my head.
You did. You surely did. Just one of those people whose eyes are kind of perpetually haunted in a way that it's very difficult to look away from. But the rest of the details almost become inconsequential because there's just the intensity of kind of the untamed weird behind them is too much. So your team is assembling, and you're greeted by Vagata, who kind of nods to all of you and seems like clearly very excited to be going on a proper adventure for an Inquisitor. Again, for him, this is like King Arthur fell out of mythology into his world because he never expected to actually meet anyone from the Imperium.
Signups are open for OctoWoW. Go sign up.
Looks like we're all here.
Do your part.
Shall we get going?
Want to know more?
Of course, we're doing this for the Emperor, which means we shouldn't wait if we don't need to. Lead the way, friend.
So with that, he nods to Billick, who goes over and begins to kind of tool with the sort of startup valves and various levers to get the sort of air tram going. Alto, do you think you would let him do it? Would you also try and get in there? What do you think Alto's kind of stance on this sort of stuff is?
He would let him do it because I think he thinks of it as like being like his space. Alto's pretty meek generally. He only really feels empowered when he's backed up by like Lyric. But one thing I don't want to just kind of like let fall by the wayside or be forgotten is that I believe to ease Alto's conscience, or as just thanks for taking care of Lyric, he was going to see.
Yeah, sign up still open.
In the compound to help these
creating accounts, join.
Right, and you would have been doing that overnight. So what system do you think you would have tried to find and fix?
What? A dungeon here?
For
the fuck?
Impact for this isolated compound, he would have seen about.
Rett sør for Stormwind-porten.
Yeah. Okay.
Jeg kan invite deg i gruppa, så kan du se. Det er level 58 dungeon. Det er en level 58 dungeon inngang her, hvor jeg er nå.
Jaha. Det er vel nytt.
Ja, det er noe turtle og greier.
Ja. Hva slags?
Har ikke peiling.
Du må mage det, ja. Så du kan ikke plukke opp disse mining.
I'm also going to give you one black because it's more primitive
ligger ved siden av der.
That you're used to.
Okay. I know I've got some stuff to add here. Just give me one moment.
Og det blomstertur du er på.
Ja, plukka blommer.
Yeah. So there's my 2.
Ja, mensan.
Not that I necessarily plan on using them for this role.
Skal vi ha det roligt?
How many story points we have for this session?
I'm gonna say 3 and 1 in your favor. So total of 4.
Total of 4 we're working with. Okay. Okay. I think I'll roll as is. Famous last words. I feel like I say that every time. I really could benefit from story point, but that's okay.
I'm so afraid to use story points.
Oh, this turned out pretty good. The net is 1 success, 1 triumph.
Great. Okay, so as you start to patch into the system, you're actually very pleasantly surprised to discover that even though it is much older in design than what you're used to, it would seem that some of the tech you've toyed around with back in the glory actually is from a similar era. It had just been repurposed and
Mirror Lake Waterfalls. I need to be here.
I imagine it'd be like finding like an early 2000s Walkman. You're like, oh, a cassette player, and it's like, yeah, that was like made.
There we go.
In
Mission complete.
Long ago, it's just an older, right? Built to use older tech.
Level 18.
You're able to kind of get it back up and running. Do you think you're going to tell them, or are you just going to kind of leave them to discover it?
I think he
Hva er det du snakker om?
Like one person, not out of any kind of caution, but just kind of like a.
Oh, okay.
So hey, I like set this system up, and now you should be able to receive signals for, I don't know, like supplies or whatever you guys want. But
Tvillinger.
use just like a quick rundown tutorial. Okay, you can just like tell other people. Okay, I gotta go catch a ride, so I'll see you later.
What the fuck?
And it's just like
okay.
Like a meat slab of a woman.
Oh. What the fuck? I'm dead. Shit!
Carrying a massive barrel over her Hawaiian.
Get the fuck out of here!
Shoulder, and just like in classic like cutaway fashion, just her jaw is just hanging loose. And she's like, "Well, thank you, sir. Communications. No more barrel carrying for me today." She just slams the barrel down, and it was also a barrel of Hawaiian shirts, and goes to examine the tech as you leave, and you just hear her muttering like various kind of NPC, like, "Well, I'll be. Someone fix the communications." Various as you like make your way down. Does that actually alleviate your conscience?
Erik?
Yeah. Yeah, in Alto's
Får du gjort noe på spillet?
Now they can now not depending on us for
Det var mitt internet som jævlig.
Kanskje det. Han fører det internet som...
Great. Okay. So with that, you meet up with the group. You're all kind of getting ready as the... we'll say that that was kind of what was happening as Valentine kind of collected the crew. So you walk up,
Internettet mitt er jævlig.
just as
Jeg får ikke gjort noe.
Dillick kind of does the classic like.
Litt sånn så folket på Jæren har en ekstrem forkjærlighet for farse.
Welcome back, Tamara.
Ja, først reagerte Anja.
Nei, det må bli farsa.
3 timer tidligere. Litt lenger sør på Jæren. Slakteren og sønnen går i gang med dagens farseproduksjon. Oksekjøtt, svinekjøtt, salt, pepper, tørrmelk, pluss en hemmelig krydderblanding, og vips, så har du jærbuens favorittlunsj.
Nå skal den steges opp i sånne aluminiumsformer, så kan steges i kombinatene i butikken.
Vi lager ca. 500-600 kilo av denne massen hver veke.
Er du glad i det selv?
Yeah, the issue is the starter, sourdough starter for the gluten-free hasn't properly matured yet.
Hva skal det være på?
Jeg pleier ketchup og piffi av toast. Jeg skulle ha 2 brød med piffiost og ketchup. Bacon.
Farse, det beste med.
Han har hatt med rett glede nå i dag. Sushi og noe som heter couscous. Det er mågemat. Vi må ha farse.
Husker du hvordan det begynte?
Ja, jeg mener jeg husker det ganske godt, for det må ha vært rundt på midten på 70-tallet. 75 sto i hvert fall jeg på torget, rett før inngang til Domus, så dette den gang. Og de selte farse. Og da kostet farse 2 kroner. Og så etter noen år så var vi over 10, da var vi over etter.
Dette er det internasjonale tegnet for farsa. Turistsjefen på Jæren viser farsetegnet, der han står foran statuen av Arne Gravåg.
Farsetegnet? What the fuck?
Det Gravåg betyr for litteraturen, det betyr jo på en måte farsa for matkulturen her på Jæren. Så det er jo...
Hvor langt unna er det du bor i Jæren da?
Og nå vil han spre farseordet.
Er det mer sør for deg?
Ja, jeg tenker jo at alle som besøker Jæren
Hallo?
tilbudt farse av lokalbefolkningen.
Hæ?
Hvor langt unna er det du bor i forhold til Jæren?
Det er langt.
Sørover?
Ja.
Ja, ok.
Så da måtte jeg rette på den og si, nei, det heter ikke hamburger, det heter farsa. Farse til folket er mottoet. For per i dag er farse...
Fuck, I need AOE spells.
Hvis jeg skulle tegnet en sirkel om hvor det er mest normalt, så ville jeg trodd at det var...
Jeg må ha kart da.
Yeah, I'm not gonna write that because someone might be offended, but then blah blah blah. But then again, I don't think the Dark Tifa is easily offended because he's a member or the GM of that weird ass guild. Oh yeah,
Ja.
signups are open.
Jæren er under Stavanger, så. Sør for Stavanger.
Steinkast unna da.
Det tar nå 4 timer, eller 3,5 ish til Bergen. Har ikke feil nå, jeg tar fra Bergen til Haugesund. Men det ser ut som det er mye ferje nedover der.
Ja. Signups are open. Go to octowow.st. Sign up now. Do your part.
Må du lage ny kniv eller sånt, eller sverd?
So mage. I'm using fireballs, no knife.
throws a switch, and you hear a grinding of gears that have been greased, within the past month, but probably not, today. And you can see the sort of massive cogs start to turn, throwing off sparks. Needless to say, there are just skulls on every fucking axis because 40k. So skulls.
Vi kör blacksmitten på Paladin då.
I hvert fall 80, siden jeg fikk lært denne greia.
Skullman.
Men ikke gode sverd.
I find that very funny, like, I wear the mask to protect those I need. It's like, no, Bruce, we can see you behind the skull. It's not a good disguise.
What's on top of my face is what's under my face.
Just like I will find the crime deep in Gotham.
It's what's inside my skin that defines me.
I need calcium. In any case, so yes, you see one of these large, again, following our kind of like frozen Jurassic Park motif, massive, sort of like classic, I always want to call them gondolas, but I don't think that's the correct term. But sort of a large metallic chamber that is part of this sort of sky tram that is suspended from kind of a pulley system above it.
Yeah, that's a gondola.
Great. And as in every James Bond movie, sort of like large glass view windows, so you can kind of see what's outside, as well as kind of a bench that lines this sort of large rectangular chamber.
Fireball!
Everything was probably automated at some point, but now whatever was automating it is very clearly...
I guess fireball at the darkness.
You kind of have to pry the doors open. And you're immediately hit with a sort of a blast of stale air. There's a skeleton kind of...
Yeah, the signups are open for this private server.
Kind of propped over in the corner against one of the benches. The back of its skull has been blown off.
And if they're gonna have the same amount of time as yesterday. Yesterday it was open from 3:14 at night until 6:18.
But in any case,
that's a big ass window to sign up.
All right, well, shall we?
I don't imagine there are any objections, friends, but is there anything we need to remain behind to do?
Did we forget anything? No, let's... What are we... I don't understand. What are we discussing?
Admittedly,
let's
we will
go.
be back soon, so, this
exactly.
is just a day trip, yeah.
That's true. Alter, do you have everything you need? Did you finish your task?
Yep. I'm all set to go.
You're just gonna run around gathering flowers and killing shit.
I can't believe a real Imperial Inquisitor set all aboard on my tram system. All right, you heard the Inquisitor. Everybody get in. It's time for us to get off this rock. And there's like assorted, like a couple people are enthusiastic. Horatio or Heinrich the Seer is just like, that is not what I have seen. And Phalox just kind of like pats him on the back and shoves him in. And all of you board the tram. So the controls are very basic. There's essentially only an emergency like stop button. These are very much like a once they're in motion, they're just kind of in motion sort of deal. They seem to be automated at either end. There is a villager who's going to stay behind and keep an eye on the switches so that, it's not like they're just like, I'm sure this will be fine. The rest of you just go about your daily business. But obviously there's no one on the other end because the space station has been abandoned for some time. So the car begins to swing and rock as it sort of slides off the casters at the edge of the sort
Fikk du pengene forresten, som jeg sendte deg?
Structure, and suddenly you kind of feel yourselves.
Hva sa du?
Fikk du pengene jeg sendte deg?
Ja, og 21 sølv igjen etterpå.
Find yourselves looking out.
Det fikk bein å gå på.
A tremendously beautiful valley. Even covered.
Fikk du kjøpt skillsa du hadde trengte, holdt på å si?
Ja.
Nice.
Blant annet den multishotten som kan drepe skyte på 3 stykker samtidig.
Snowstorms this planet has.
Den var level
most
20.
kind of the low-hanging
Eller
clouds
18.
that seem to
18
be
mener jeg.
not,
Level 18.
tremendously far away from the gondola itself. It's a kind of rare moment of tranquility after an admittedly kind of fraught night's sleep, but at least sleep after kind of a pretty rough few days. Yeah, you're just kind of struck by
Har du
for
vet om en oppdrag der vi får større bag?
particularly.
Det ett oppdrag, men jeg husker ikke hvor.
It's violently different from what you're used to on your planet. And
Du får spørre i World Chat.
well, yeah, it's like that.
And like not all metal and concrete.
Well, and also beyond the dome was like
Honestly,
desert. So seeing something that's this vibrant and layered and complex is entirely new. So you have a few minutes as the trams make their way across the valley.
You still haven't made a Discord account, Tamara?
People you want. Valentine, what is the plan for determining who you want to come with you?
He's kind of got a game plan for most of it. He needs to find a way to talk to Heinrich the Seer alone, because he needs to figure out how much this guy can see, because if things are going to get ugly at the end of this scenario, and he can picture that, if Heinrich knows, he either needs to make sure Heinrich's on board or eliminate Heinrich. So I think that's like top of his list. And then the next person down is probably trying to find a way to test Mechanic Billick, if he can come up with one, like get Alto to break something that Alto knows how to fix to see if Billick can do it.
Okay.
He's less interested in the combat types, and he thinks probably that Lyric can figure out whether or not they're competent, so he doesn't need as much focus on the specialty there.
Okay. Alto, if you've been tasked with breaking something on this tram, looking around, what do you think you would try and break that's an easy test? Or is this something you would do once you reach the launch pad?
Maybe once we reach the launch pad, so that not while we're suspended over a chasm. in case Billick really shits the bed. Yeah,
just a guy who like opens all the doors on an airplane. He's like, "Fix it, motherfucker! Let's see how good you are." As the plane like,
I also think Alto was just absolutely captivated, like just his face planted on the glass, looking out as this thing goes up. So even if he was requested to break something, I don't know if he'd even hear it initially.
En mann som falt ut av et vindu I Oslo. What?
That the Inquisitor would tell you upon arrival. I think it's safe to assume he wouldn't be like, break something on our moving vehicle.
Oi, han døde.
That's not just an Alto instinct. That's just a common sense when you're suspended in a metal box above a valley. Kind of sense.
Some guy fell out of the window in Oslo to open doors to a French balcony.
Try and get Heinrich alone, or at least as alone as you can. This thing is, think about the size of a city bus. So there is a little bit of room.
Maybe he was drunk.
Not a ton, but like enough that you're not like shoulder
to shoulder in the elevator.
Yeah, I mean, if everybody's at the front of the bus kind of looking out, then he'd probably just...
I didn't say what age he was.
Inquisitorial conversation. No one else needs to be involved. Heinrich, I'd love to have a word with you.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, yes.
All right, come back here with me, man. Why don't you take a seat? So I just kind of go to the back of the tram.
You see, see Vegata clearly hear inquisitorial conversation, and like you can see his shoulders rise, and then as you take Heinrich away, his shoulders kind of fall in disappointment.
I was gonna say, yeah, he gets that like that one finger a boss gives. It's like just a minute. It just points down so that he'll sit.
He's just Dwight staring longingly at Jim and Michael having a conversation. Just like I could be, if you'd let me. Great. Okay, so you bring, we'll say that the back of the sky bus, as I'm now thinking of it as, the back of the sky bus is where the skeleton is, so that'll just kind of help us orient ourselves. So you bring him back. Heinrich has clearly fashioned several Hawaiian shirts into kind of like a duster. Gives him a vaguely mystical, like cloaky look, but of course just made of leftover prop shirts from the park.
Awesome. I'm imagining if there's like a back bench that's all one thing and the skeleton's in it, Valentine will sit on one side of the skeleton and gesture for Heinrich to sit on the other. So the skeleton's like vaguely a part of the conversation.
Sure, love it.
You're like, all right, so I've heard that you're a seer. Is this true?
Oh, yeah. Just sometimes I think sometimes I think I can see things. Sure.
What kind of things do you see?
Well, I saw. It's so strange. I saw a face falling from the sky, and I think he said "yeehaw," but I can't be sure. And then you guys crashed. Were you in a giant face?
Signups are still open. Make an account.
What do you see happening in the future on this journey?
Oh, everything will be fine, I'm sure.
Wonderful.
Poke the bear.
No, of course not, Inquisitor. That would be blasphemy. I've read the texts. I know a few things.
Well, here is the joy of being an Inquisitor. Let's keep this between us. But I actually speak with the voice of the Emperor, which means when I say something is all right, it immediately becomes an exception to the rules. I would love to know what you see about me.
Can you roll me a coercion check, please?
Yes, I can.
So that is willpower, coercion. I'm going to say difficulty 4. But I will give you.
I think tomorrow I'm gonna play some Final Fantasy 7.
But much like
was it Rebirth? The second game of the remaster or remake.
Deep, and everyone's like, "Shit, I don't know what that means, but it sounds mighty impressive. I should listen."
I read that the third installment is gonna release at the same time for all platforms.
Actually, also one setback for trying to have this conversation while no one can hear you. It's not quite the same as being in an interrogation room and being like, "Give me the business."
Cool. I would like to use a story point to try to boost my chances a hair.
Gotcha.
And then let's just see what happens.
Cool, man.
1 success and 2 advantage.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yay!
So he leans in and he says, "You must understand. I have a hard time understanding what I see, but and he nods at Lyric and he says, "I see blood on hands." And he nods at you and he says, "I see an abacus, I believe we called them. There seems to be something of accounting in you. Are you an accountant?"
You're more right than not. What about my friend Alto?
He looks to Alto and he says, I both see him and don't see him on board a ship." And then his eyes kind of go wide. He says, "Wait, on a smaller ship? We're not taking the astral line, are we?"
Oh, Heinrich, you are impressing me a great deal.
Oh, that's cool. Someone followed me.
Before I answer that,
So I got above 1280 followers. Ja.
Trenger du medium armor kit?
Ja, hvitt gear, da. Jeg tror ikke jeg trenger det ennå.
Nei, det er pluss 16, andre stammen er pluss 2 per på 4 deler.
Sorry,
Okay.
I had the dice stuck between my fingers.
Og det er jo litt greit, da.
Ja.
Oh, damn, that is some
Sign up still open.
Okay.
If you want to join, do it now.
So
Do it.
He kind of looks at them, and
Unless you just want to watch.
Ryan, can you roll me a what would this be? I guess a perception, probably.
Sure. What do I need to add to it from you, sir?
2 purple, please. I would also allow a skullduggery if you prefer.
Oh, no, I'll take perception. This Inquisitor is a very perceptive fellow.
Fair. Man, if only that was applicable to the Inquisition.
1 success.
Okay. You get the sense as he answers this, or rather as he's looking at, as he's scanning the assorted members of the sort of, for lack of a better term, away team, he seems to be making some determinations, and you get the sense that whatever answer he's about to give you might not be weird necessarily. It might be someone being like, oh, like the Salem witch trial thing, which is like, oh, fucking, you're not gonna pay me for painting your fence? Fuck you, she's a witch. Yeah, because there's something you've come, I think, given your lack of psyker abilities. You've spent a lot of time watching the people who are training up to be astropaths and that sort of thing, trying to figure out if there are any tells. If there's anything you could tell to just be like, oh, you're exuding
Murlocs, let's kill those bastards.
about how other Inquisitors use the voice and other things, just like
Du kan vel koble dem ut for
and you see it almost clicking on and off in his brain.
party.
So he turns back to you and he says, well, who would you like to know about?
Jeg gjør party med deg nå.
Oh shit.
Let's say
Trenger du hjelp?
Doctor and Fallock's death blower. Those two interest me the most.
So the doctor, he nods and he says, I can see a vision of her as a much older woman on her own doctor's bed in her own office, but rather than being the one doing the examination, it is finally her time, and one of her assistants, one of her aides, removing the leg and storing it for future use.
Interesting. And Fallox, did you say it had something for me?
Yeah, so Heinrich's lip twists, and he just says, best be careful around Fallox. I see his darts in that one's neck, and he points to Alto.
Well, this is all tremendously concerning, because I can't quite tell what's brilliant and what's the rest. But you said you thought we weren't going to take the astral line. Why did you think we wouldn't?
I see myself watching your ship leave. And then he reaches across and just kind of like, with more strength than you would expect, grips your arm, and he says, you must not leave Heinrich.
Oh, Heinrich, we're going to get along just fine. I wouldn't want to leave you behind, no matter what happened. I believe you could be of great use to the Inquisition. And I believe...
Friends?
Oh, of course. If you serve the Emperor, we'll march forth together into the righteous light of the Astronomicon.
And he nods, and then he points at Lyric, and he says, Emperor?
No, remember, I'm the Emperor. That's just a person, and that's just a person. Those two work for me, and they are highly useful tools of the Emperor.
He nods, and then he looks at the skeleton, and he says, on your knees, monster, this is the Emperor! And he like smashes the skeleton on his knees, and then he falls on his knees and starts kissing your boot.
Well, not what I expected, but still a net gain. Heinrich, please, get up. And he just helps him to his feet, and he's like, what I need you to do is just keep this conversation between us. We're going to go on the rest of this mission, and I just need you to remain your quiet, charming self, but just add, let's say, a soupçon of secrecy in there. Just, 20% less truth for everyone except me.
Ikke akkurat nå, jeg driver bare og dreper en og en.
Du vet at det på andre siden
Well, let's not make that true, because the one thing you might not be able to see are the consequences. They are, shall we say,
rett ved siden av fiskeplassen.
And,
der det blomster.
He nods, and almost as though he's...
Ja, det blomster overalt I skauen her.
Emperor's wrath. Not good for Heinrich, no.
Heinrich,
a lot of flowers all over this place.
This has been a very fruitful conversation.
And as he approaches, he looks around and is clearly very bad at lying, as you determined, but also very afraid of you. So he looks back and just points over his shoulder and says, didn't have a ticket. Heinrich saw it. Didn't have a ticket. And everyone's like, Fallox is just like, Heinrich, that was a skeleton. Skeletons do not pay for transit. And Heinrich kind of like cowers behind him. He says, yes, but no ticket. Heinrich solved. So, and then just puts his hands up and like dekes away.
Well, it's going to be that kind of tram ride. So how much longer is it until we arrive?
So, like, Billick turns to say something, and the Arbites just, like, straight arms him and is like, Lord Inquisitor, we're about at the 1/3 point. If I were to venture a guess based on time estimates, I would say it is 2 more character interactions worth of distance away.
Excellent. Well, in that case, I imagine I'll take a rest and just observe what happens. I feel like I've used up my 1/3 of the trip.
I mean, that is kind of you, Lord Inquisitor. There are a number of us aboard the vehicle who I'm sure would enjoy interactions with our fellows as we head towards the
Jeg har ikke hørt dem på noen dager nå. Jeg vet ikke hvor lenge de får lov å holde på.
Oh, very good.
Helt til skolen avslutter.
Well, as the main character of my own story, I assume
yes, Murlocs have settled in and around the streams of Eastern Elwyn. We don't know why they are here, but they are aggressive and semi-intelligent.
So
a few days ago, we sent 2 guards, Rolf and Malachi, to investigate along the river, and they have not yet returned.
All this, like,
to complete my
shit,
report, I must know what happened to those men.
That's kind of like
Travel
a no-brainer
north
to
along
me,
the
so,
river
like,
and
there's no way
find the
I'm gonna,
guards. Look, hail, adventurer, the
Valentine
storm wind.
Take him. So I think I want to suss out Phalox, because
Phalox Deathblower?
Yeah, because sorry, I have to say his full name. Phalox Deathblower.
Yeah, you know, he's like one of those, like Tuukka Rask in the NHL, where just everyone says his whole name every time. His name's Tuukka, but like, fuck that, it's Tuukka Rask.
Yeah.
It's Gerard Butler. You don't ever just
Ron
call
Burgundy.
him
Like,
Gerard.
there's no
Yeah.
Samuel L. Jackson. I remember someone called him Sam in an interview. I was like, ugh.
It's Nicolas Cage. You know, everyone's favorite Nicolas.
Whoa. Are we counting the czars in here? Because, like, I might have another favorite Nicholas. Cool.
So I am like, as
Saint
always,
Nicholas.
very unsubtle
You know,
about things,
Santa.
and I just kind of like basically tromp up to Phalox Deathblower and just say,
Får vi litt, siden vi så langt
hey,
fra
so,
hverandre, ikke?
how
Du er for full XP, tror jeg.
Let's just say, I
Sorry, does that mean you're awful, or do you give I don't know sexual favors during? I'm confused.
Okay, well, we'll loop around to
Pinning
that.
guys down and trying to suck their dicks.
I mean, it's a tactic. Don't knock it till you've tried it. It can be quite effective.
I'm not going to.
Regardless, no, I have a fine array of death pipes.
Okay,
That
show
makes
me.
A death blower, and he like proceeds to do like gun spinning tricks, but just with blow dart tubes. So it's literally just like someone like flipping pencils or drumsticks around, and then he just says, "Yeah, so that's my jam."
Do you do hand to hand?
I don't need to. I killed him at a distance with darts.
And I just go to punch him in the face.
Jeg kunne jo hengt opp av sånn der vegg da. En duk. Der står jo høyttalerne rett opp mot meg.
Okay, what happened to the podcast now? It stopped. That is weird. Did the program crash?
I need to get closer. I need to get closer. I can't cast that
Yeah, signups are still open. That's okay, I'm gonna try restarting that program. I'm on episode 11, no 12, and 41 minutes in.
Proceeds to do like gun spinning tricks, but just with blow dart tubes. So it's literally just like someone like flipping pencils or drumsticks around. And then he just says, yeah, so that's my jam.
Do you do hand to hand?
I don't need to. I killed him at a distance with darts.
And I just go to punch him in the face.
All right. Can you roll me a
Punch you boss?
melee light, please?
Yeah, sure.
Erik.
Were the Inquisitors watching you guys? Well, it's not subtle.
Til hva da?
This was pretty effective.
Den der mala shit. Den der grønne emeralden eller et eller annet.
Yep.
And that's it?
Huh?
No need to add anything else?
I'm gonna add one set.
Malashite.
Direct eye
Ja.
contact.
Malashite.
That's fair.
Ja.
Okay, rolling.
Jeg vet ikke.
Whoa. This is
Det er mining. Jeg har ikke mining på han her.
advantage, one
Nei,
triumph.
men også, du kunne
Oh,
tatt
wait,
den.
never mind. I was just doing
Jeg
everything.
var
End
bare
result is one
dessverre helt
triumph.
full, så jeg fikk ikke den med meg.
I just reading everything. I was like, what the fuck?
Åja, men det er noe du lyt. Jeg så ikke det lyden. Det er for langt unna.
Ja, men du kunne ha
I'm new here.
sagt ja på den.
Nei, men jeg er for langt unna, så jeg fikk ikke noe rulling.
The majesty of nature is
That is
really, really distracting. Okay, so with one triumph, yeah, you just clock him in the face. He doesn't move to block because again, he's a dart fighter. Like he's a hunter. He's not a martial combatant. You feel a tooth crack as you smash him in the jaw, and he stumbles back, like a look of shock on his face. And he's like, I'm thinking like Mickey Rourke in Sin City level of like kind of like a scarred up face, just because as you've seen from your lack of leg, the animals on this planet
Ja.
kind of
Jeg
suck.
fikk med Lulu nå.
Yep.
They're monsters of
Oh, then
He
7.
stumbles back, just like
Ja.
look of shock on his face.
Jeg drepte 15 sånne ulver.
The blood off of his lip with a split tongue, and he kind of like looks at you and
Signups are open, people. If you want to join Octo, now's the time.
You didn't even have to run around the battlefield attempting to blow anyone to do it. And then he starts sidling up to you and says, "You have quite a hook, but do you have quite a mate?" And then he just looks at you expectantly.
Can I see your blow dart gun thing?
He has several, so sure, he hands you one.
Can I have all of them?
No, unless we wed, in which case half of them will be yours and half of them will be mine, as is our tradition.
But I want all of them.
You may not have them. They are my dowry.
Okay, then give me half.
No, we must wed first.
Okay, fine. I'll marry you. Give me half.
Lol.
He turns and he says, Vagata, we need your weird law things. This one has agreed to marry me, Valok's Deathblower.
Oh,
Horatio,
God.
just a quick question from over here before we go any further with this. Didn't you tell me Falox had a partner and also children?
And he nods and says, yeah, he pulls this anytime he gets hit. It's a real problem around base.
Well, if she's willing, this is technically legal in several worlds of the Imperium. I don't know here, so your call, my
And
friend.
Horatio starts like shaking his head. He's like, honestly, he's a bit of a cad. And yeah, admittedly, so's his partner. So like it kind of works out, but like, oh, but what do you care? You're a Lord Inquisitor. You don't care for the local dramas of our small station. Valox, we've been over this. I've married you once before, and that's the only time I'm going to do it. So unless you can find another ordained member of the government aboard this trolley, the answer is no. And he does the whole like, I was kidding. Then it means that he's like, I was not kidding. But in the meantime, you can have this one. And he extends another blowpipe to you. He says,
Det är väl mycket dyr där du är, så?
Because of some imperfections.
Ja, noen. Han dreper bjørner.
It is not an effective.
I'm killing some bears for a mission.
Da kunne du vel kanskje ha koblet meg fra partiet, så du slipper å stjele all dekten din.
I turn around and I say, at a
Kines
volume
nærme meg
that
ditt
like
område.
Valentine can hear, and I
Ja,
can't
det er
really
kanskje
hear
lurt.
what this guy behind me can hear. I just say, I think he's useless.
Do you want me to heartbroken?
Do you want me to marry the two of you, though? Technically, I do qualify as a member of the local government.
Oh, yeah. And then I turn back to Felix and say, you're not useless.
And he saunters over to Alto and just like slams a hand down on your shoulder and says, soon you will be my son. And then he turns to look at you, Lyric, and he's like, son, right?
God, no. Brother.
Soon you will be my brother, son.
God.
What's happening? What is?
Oh, we're having a wedding. All right. So if I could have Farlock's Deathblower and Lyric. Do you have a last name, Lyric? This is an awkward question.
Let's just call it Lyric. It's fine.
All right, Lyric. I'm kidding.
By the end of the series, she'll be going by Skywalker.
Slipp å tenke på å bli mørkredd.
And I lean in close to
Vet du hvorfor?
Valentine so that hopefully only he can hear. And I say, I just realized like the blowpipes, like he's
Du vet
just
det,
an idiot.
jeg har
And he's
offhand.
not going to be of use to us. We're going to like chuck him out somewhere, right?
Understood.
Gulrot.
Grace on torch.
I mean, we've got to start the ceremony. So, Lyric, okay, you're already here. Farlox, do you want someone to like sing a song while you approach? Some planets are really about this when it comes to weddings.
Admittedly, the best singer I know is my partner, and that would seem an uncouth choice. So,
right. Alto, can you sing?
I guess so. Yeah.
Just whatever's off the top of your head. Just something cheerful.
Okay. With the angelic voice of like a boy soprano, he sings some beautiful wedding song.
Er det noe bedre PvP-gear da?
Yeah, or the opening of Hitman games. Either way, I think it's appropriate.
PvP-områder eller PvP, ikke dungeon, men
it's the same words, but just
Maria
becomes Imperium.
And it's normally sung by cherub skulls. Like, it's fine.
Yeah, Eugene joins in with music.
I just like to imagine it's always through like those shitty 40k Vox speakers, so it's just like like, yeah. Oh no, the soul of that one has fled. No, the machine
Valentine just
warm up.
Gestures Fallox Deathblower over and he says,
All right, so we are gathered here together to marry these two powerful servants of the throne. Now, traditionally, there would be oaths, but I'm aware this is kind of a speedy marriage, so I'll make up the oaths for you to make this nice and easy. Farlox Deathblower, do you swear to take Lyric and only Lyric? I mean, in terms of, that was a name thing, not the number of your partners. But do you swear to take Lyric as your lawful wedded wife, husband, your preferred term, Lyric?
Partner.
As your lawful partner, joining our inquisitorial band, swearing never to betray us no matter who we turn against, and giving her half of the pipes attached to your person.
All of them, you idiot. All of them.
Apparently, Lyric would prefer all of them.
No, that is not how this works. You get
what
half.
What if we say 3/4 and we just split the difference?
I heard he gave her 2.
All right. Give me 1.
2/3.
Are you trying to cheat me out of the blowpipes that I deserve?
He points to the one that he gave you before the conversation of marriage and the one he gave you after the conversation of marriage.
All right.
And then Heinrich is like,
pipes in your hands.
This one is an accountant. He can tell you.
Yeah, so he'll give you half of what remains, but you also keep those 2 as a bonus. He joins our band. He won't betray us. Farlox, are these agreeable terms to you?
You should get down.
He dives.
And it's a good thing you do, because a moment later, out of the clouds, a massive red-winged reptilian creature shatters through the window of the gondola.
No.
That lyric just disagreeing.
Always a pterodactyl's maid, never a bride.
This is 100% lyric, just like hands on hips, looking at it, going, no.
Cool. That's a cool thing to be saying as it slams into you.
This episode of the Valentine Heresy features Ryan LaPlante at the Ryan LaPlante on Twitter as Inquisitor Lucius Valentine, Tyler Hewitt at Tyler_Hewitt on Twitter as Alto, Laura Hamstra at EL Hamstring on Twitter as Lyric, and our Game Master Tom McGee at McGeeTD on Twitter. This episode's sound was edited and mixed by Laura Hamstra, and the Valentine Heresy's artwork was created by Del Borovic.
Ja, vi har ett annat spillestil med Mage än med Paladin, ikke?
Ja, det er det.
And our ads use the tracks No Control and Chiefs by Jazzar.
Jeg tar den når jeg har det.
Available at freemusicarchive.org. When it comes to Dum-Dums and Dice,
Slipper faen i
you can
ryggen
visit
i
our
alle fall.
website at dumdumdice.com. Our Twitter and Instagram are at dumdumdice, and on Facebook at facebook.com/dumdumdice.
Hvor mye
We have
spirit har
merchandise
du?
available at redbubble.com/people/dumdumdice. And
36.
most importantly, you can join our Patreon at patreon.com/dumdumdice. That's DUMBDICE.
Jeg har vel
Ave Imperator,
38.
and death to all the heretics.
Dum-Dums and Dice has to give a special thank you to the supreme beings of our Patreon at this time. Christian Menicola, Long, the Half-Blind Prophet, James Cuellar, DM Rob, Christopher Little, Olin Anderson, Sue One,
Bare på grunn av den der offhand og
Orion
buksa mi.
Anthony Griffin, and Jill and Noel LaPlante.
Welcome back to the grim darkness of the 41st millennium. I am Inquisitor Caveat Ventus, keeper of the Inquisition's Black Library, and this is my report on the Valentine Heresy, an actual play podcast set in the Genesis adaptation of Warhammer 40,000's Dark Heresy RPG. This report features Game Master Tom McGee, Ryan LaPlante as Inquisitor Lucius Valentine, Laura Elizabeth as Lyric, and Tyler Hewitt as Alto. My report shows that the Inquisitorial band had begun a tram ride towards the spaceport with their new allies. Valentine discovered that Heinrich did have psyker powers. Lyric agreed to marry fellow Deathblower for weapons, and Alto couldn't believe the view. How will they survive a last-minute pterodactyl ambush? Find out in this episode of the Valentine Heresy.
From a discarded, vaguely stomped on, possibly calf-stained pamphlet from Galen's Garden. Now, if you look out either side of our trams as we cross over the valley...
Hello, Jeffrey. Right now I can check.
These beautiful creatures have a wingspan of up to
426 online right now.
Don't be afraid, even though they do look
The signups are open at the moment, so you can sign up yourself as well.
They are very docile. After all, our hunters are very good shots, and make sure to keep their numbers within a reasonable...
Not sure if it's just because it's a weekend, but signups were open for like 4 hours yesterday.
If they did, the Xenos would be purged with fire. Also, if you look to the right of the tram,
Go to octowow.st.
hindsight, and one of the challenges with printing anything is you've really committed once it's printed. So when they printed that pamphlet, they had no idea that they were actually incorrect. That the Iantos was not to the left or the right, but directly down the center of the tram, which is where this sort of pterodactyl-shaped creature, so think like from kind of the main torso, big leathery wings, but with a proportionally correct snake head.
Okay.
So it's like a big fucking snake head that is on a bit of a neck. So like a couple feet of neck just so that it can articulate. And the tail seems to actually be a snake tail with a rattle at the end. Fiery red scales all the way down, and almost like butterfly patterns on the like what you'd see on kind of like a monarch. So those big kind of black Rorschach blotch type affairs.
Can't wait to get
very nice and zoologically interesting if it wasn't
Blizzard.
your fucking face, which
So
is
an arcane explosion, so I can properly AoE grind.
smashes through the window. You have just enough time to say no, not like a scared or terrified way, but in like a vaguely inconvenienced.
Si ifra hvis du trenger hjelp, da.
Rain on my wedding day kind of way. Free ride. You've already
Ja,
paid.
ja.
Can you roll me what should this be? I think I'll give you some options. It can either be a streetwise check, a survival. Streetwise or survival. I think.
Looking for one fucking mark in a city hill. Can someone? He's beginning to become desperate, I think.
Which check is appropriate.
Yeah.
I would give you streetwise if enough things have come crashing through windows in the hive that you're actually somewhat danger ready, not for like a fucking pterodactyl monster, but for just a thing to smash through the window. It's more
right.
I think it's more, and it might not apply here, but it's more to the idea of like, how ready are you? Are you the kind of person who walks into a room and immediately checks out how many doors there are, or are you the kind of person who's like, I'll make a fucking door?
I have acted as a lone bounty hunter for like the majority of my life, so I would be ready.
Okay.
This is like, this is also like the hive is like a fucking sketchy place, and it's like really like beaten down.
Yeah.
And like,
like really, windows are just like danger squares. Just bad things come through.
I don't know why people need them.
Yeah, truly. Okay, great. So in that case, I would say streetwise.
Signups are open. Don't forget that on this server.
Great.
Okay, difficulty.
Ok, nå trenger jeg kanskje litt hjelp. Jeg skal finne liket til en eller annen fyren her borte, og da er det mange...
Du ligger på feil side. Da ligger du på feil side.
Jeg vet det, jeg må bare løpe bort.
Du blir på andre siden av elva.
Despite what his partners desire.
Du er på feil side av elva.
So he just has big love.
Nei, han er borte her. Ah, fuck. Ja.
Ikke på det.
Fordi jeg ser det på kartet. Og jeg har vært der, jeg gjorde det med Paladin for ikke så lenge siden.
Han ligger...
Boosts.
Sorry, I already
Ligger ikke et eller annet...
No boost for you.
Because I'm okay with this roll.
Kanskje lukk på enden av den elvemunningen da.
I mean, I wrapped the boost for you, but I could take it back. It's fine. There's a receipt.
Hvor ligger han, sa du?
Sorry, I got
Rett der borte.
Click happy. One success, one triumph.
Oh man.
So like, don't make me re-roll.
I was gonna say, like, I would say this isn't your first rodeo. But this is definitely your first rodeo of this sort. But I think after how badly you got fucked up down
Bare drep alle her, den.
I feel like
Kill them all!
in a lot of ways you won't actually properly rest until you're off this fucking planet. And as a result, like when
I don't have any AoE yet, so...
It was a very like John McClane like eye roll, like it's the nose you were giving, which is just like a fucking of course, like this. How could it be anything but this? So you throw yourself down as the
I'm Norwegian.
snap over kind of where your center mass would have been.
Yes, I am Norwegian.
Like in that way that birds who crash their windows awkwardly do. It's like kind of like there's enough space for it to move a little bit, but this is definitely not.
I have made a Nordic guild, so I'm trying to get that up and running with enough people, so eventually we can raid.
With the triumph, I'll say you're able to draw your weapon for free.
So I'm inviting Norwegian, Swedish, Danish, Finnish, Icelandic.
Yeah.
But I don't think I have any one of those yet.
This is like
And a few, or at least one German, I think, too.
instinct to grab my auto pistol.
Okay, great.
Right there.
So with your triumph, we'll just say...
Because we need to use English anyways when we play with the Finnish, so why not have English speaking as well?
Inquisitor, you threw yourself down based on Phalox's sage advice. You see him step forward.
Because who else knows what yksi-kaksi means?
Just kind of like grab the jaws and
besides the Finnish people.
Alto, what do you do? You were. Did you see this thing coming, do you think, as you were looking out at the clouds?
Må slutte å plukke opp så mye, da.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Ligger noe her du kan plukke opp, kanskje, ikke?
It sounds like it either came in
Ja, der var det.
in which case it would have knocked me over.
Nei, det er bare...
Okay, so imagine like you behind, the two of them at the quote-quote altar.
Jeg har ikke bare selgeren, da.
And then it came in from behind the Inquisitor.
Se hvor jeg liker, da.
Ikke her.
So, yes, I would have seen it
Akkurat
coming.
som her.
It was probably
Jo, det er jo lik der, men jeg faktisk skal se...
Let alone something that big. Like, Alto hasn't seen birds. Forget pterodactyls. Like, so probably just the singing just trailed off, and you just see him like eyes wide, just fumbling for his carbine. And then it's too late.
Okay, so we'll say then that your main action is fumbling for the carbine. By the end of this action, you'll have it, but it is definitely like oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Cool. You threw yourself down. This thing swept in over you.
Hva faen ble det mission, da? Er det borte?
Nei, du hadde mission rett over elva.
He can't die, so he puts on his refractor field, which is just like
slap
the button on his necklace.
Å nei, jeg må snakke med han Tosken først. Å nei, du luta like, kanskje, da så jeg det også, så da...
Nei, jeg luta ikke like.
Ok.
Jeg får ikke lov til å lute. Men du har noe her borte.
Cool, so this is going to be a 2 purple check.
Nei.
I will give you a boost for it.
Ikke mission.
Ja, vi har et mission her borte også.
I will also, however, give you a setback for...
Jeg har ikke noe der ennå.
Like, that's a terrible...
Jeg skal explore den her mina, men det...
Var ikke et eller annet... Eller har du funnet den der...
Ja, det er den første du må finne, da.
Ja.
To enhance my blow to its evil Warhammer 40k cloaca.
So we are now...
The cloaca? Why?
That's what's there.
We are currently sitting at 1 and 3 in my favor for story points. FYI.
2 successes and 3 advantage.
Damn, you guys are fucking on fire these sessions. Like, you should just be like, I rolled to end the conspiracy, and it's like, oh well.
As long as we all stay in our respective
Siden du drepte han før du satte på luten fri forhold, så fikk ikke jeg lute han.
The crit is 2, and I've got 2 successes. So does that make this a critical hit? How does that work?
Do you have...
I have 3 advantage.
Yes.
They are working on it.
You have confirmed my fears, adventurer. The Murlocs are a threat we cannot ignore.
So...
Tell Marshal Dugan of Malachi and Rolf's deaths, and report to him that the Murlocs in Eastern Elwyn cannot be contained by our current troop presence. We don't have many troops to spare, but hopefully Dugan can...
They have restored, like,
if you are rolling on a chart to determine the crit damage,
the one... 2 seconds.
Because these weapons are manglers. You're literally hitting...
They have restored the world of 1.18, but like Northwind and like the new zones, they don't have any quest givers at the moment, and right now they're working to restore all the classes or something. A lot of the old dungeons work. Like, how can I see?
Bjørn var ikke luta.
Yeah. At I have a mission her nede I logging capen. So yeah. They drop, or they do fixes every day. And they also have like their own player test realm, so they don't mess around with the main server anymore. I don't. Well, as far as I know, there are no one from the old team that is working with this team. But there's no way of knowing because they're all anonymous, so.
You need something?
And by the way, the sign up is open, so you can sign up if you're quick. Yeah, it's still open. If you go to their site, octowow.st.
Safe travel.
I can tell that your wardrobe is in dire need of care.
Hello. I'm gonna be an alchemist, not a tailor. Så det er flere mission her, ser jeg. And a lot of people have started playing on the Cappy server, but the ping I prefer having as long as possible, or low as possible ping. And the devs are like really open. They have been hosting like Q&As basically in all Ironforge.
I've got a real problem on my hands. I have a deadline looming for an.
So yeah, I can ask questions and stuff. They tell what the status is, stuff like that. And if you join the PTR server, you get to bring your character from this server, I think. And then they boost it up to 60. So you can like try everything out without leveling again.
Someone with a chainsaw that's in the shape of a sword.
Some kind of chain
sword.
Så jeg må samle ved, eller?
Chain pure.
Det som ligger rundt disse trærne.
Ja.
Chaintana. There's a lot of different sorts, and they're all fun.
Chaintana.
Slipper du å forge fiender rundt.
Which is
it's just a chaintana.
Technically, I think that's a term we coined in DD&D in 2099.
Oh yeah.
Oh really?
Oh, because the new models they had chainswords.
Yeah.
Patent pending.
Oh yes.
Yep, that's our trademark. You can't have it, Games Workshop.
Also, thank you for
letting
letting
us make this show, and you can have it.
Yeah.
We'll trade it for permission to make the show.
You can have it.
All right, I'm just looking up. You don't have the critical hit chart there, I assume, right?
No, they didn't give me that.
I am sorry. I am rapidly scrolling trying to find it. I'm finding
where the server is located, I'm not sure, but someone say Iceland. But that would make it weird because I have 53 MS right now, and if you play from east or like United States from the east, New York or something, I think you have around 150, and Iceland is closer to USA than Norway, where I play from, so I'm not really sure where it's located. Hva sa du?
At den ligger rett ved siden av der jeg står.
Nei.
Okay, well,
Unless Iceland has a really crappy connection to United States compared to Europe, that could be a thing. But they should have fiber cables coming from all sort of, or each side.
Vehicle critical hits.
9 damage, ignoring 1 soak.
Boo this. Okay, well, regardless, I can tell you
But then again, it could be only the download server that is located in Iceland. I'm not sure.
But you can describe the cool vicious thing it does. So what cool vicious thing does it do?
I think with the refractor field on, he just stabs up and in, and then it just like catches on some bones and pulls the Inquisitor up, and the refractor field like pulls a bubble around him, and he actually just rises up so that he's like standing over it with gore dripping off of the thing around him. And he's like, all right, does anyone see any others?
As you do that, you see Phallic.
I mean, the main strength Cappy WoW has, as I can see right now, is if they are actually located in China, and I don't think China is gonna bend the knee to any American company saying shut it down.
Drifting in and out of the cloud cover. Perhaps more concerningly, Billick is just kind of saying,
unless it goes like state level something, and the president or something tells China to investigate or some bullshit.
It seemed that it has damaged the mechanism.
But I don't think that will ever happen.
Alto will just get.
But I don't play on that server anyway, so not really.
The gondola. He'll just spring up to his feet and just say, I got it.
And I think all the devs of Octo are using Tor network to communicate, so
go to work on that panel.
Okay, so Billick will.
Good luck finding out who they are.
And you can go to work on the ceiling.
Is Billick acting quickly?
Billick is acting normally. Why?
No, I'm
They said they have already gotten donations so they can host the servers for 6 months.
Clearly saw he couldn't reach it, and given that Alto was like pulling out what he identify as better gear.
I was live streaming from the 2 last times they had like Q&A, so
he did the most efficient thing he could think to do, which was immediately just like not try and help and just be like.
And also someone made a special channel where they post all pictures from the developers' messages. So everything is documented.
Over there, just points to the other side of the window. He's like, Phallic's out the back, and we'll watch this one. Everyone yell if one of them comes at us. And then he'll just draw his bolt pistol and be ready.
You realize looking around that you don't see Heinrich anywhere.
Soon level up.
Does anyone see the seer?
I saw this thing coming initially. Did I see what happened to Heinrich?
I think when everyone was kind of tossed around during the rumble of it crashing in, you didn't. But Lyric, you're getting just occasional flashes of like just wind hitting your face and clouds.
I look over the edge.
Hanging from a loose piece of cable, you see Heinrich the Seer just like screaming wordlessly as he hangs on for dear life.
Okay, I want to take my shock whip, but not turned on, and like extend it towards him.
And he looks up. He says, Heinrich met you in the other space, yes?
What?
The space in our minds. We met there, yes?
Yeah.
You have bloody hands. Will you chop me?
The Valentine. I need a hand, I guess.
Yes, consult the Emperor.
Damn it, Heinrich. What's going on? Oh, Heinrich, take the whip. We'll help you up. And Valentine will just brace himself to kind of assist with the hefting.
So, just to be clear for my own brain, Ryan, you are bracing.
Yes.
In the Genesis system. Okay, great.
Bracing to pull him up. Yes.
Okay, cool. So
I have no ability related to it, but I am.
So he kind of like nods and is like, "Oh, this is fine then," and begins to climb. Alto, go ahead, please, and roll me a tech use. I'm going to say this is a difficulty 3. The technology itself isn't very complex. It's just damaged. I am, however, going to give you 2 setback dice for just the shaking and everything else. You look like you've got something exciting to say, though.
Yeah. How many purple was that again?
3.
3. Thank you. I missed that. Would you would you classify this gondola as a vehicle?
Actually, yes.
Great. I have an ability called Resourceful Mechanic. So I get
Excellent.
an additional
Thanks to you,
system
I should
strain
be
or
able to
hull
complete
trauma.
the order in time. To
so
show
I'll just
my
automatically
gratitude,
get-
I would like to offer some
when I
coin as
succeed, I get one
compensation for your
automatic,
troubles.
like, additional
Thank you
success to
and
that, I guess.
farewell.
Amazing. Great.
Or for in terms of like tracking like physical health or system health, it goes up by 1 additional.
Cool. I will say I'm going to spend a story point to turn one of those purples into a red.
Okay.
As you start to futz around with the guts of it, the other Yontos start swooping at the tram.
The Defias gang in Northshire wears burlap masks, but the Defias in Elwyn wear linen, which I can use to make fine linen goods. Bring me red linen bandanas, and I'll use them to fashion something for
give
you.
you 1 blue as well for Billick kind of offering advice just as someone who knows this system.
Okay. Great. I'm also plugging into it with my Mind Impulse unit, so that gives me an additional little bonus there as well. Okay, rolling. Yes. 2 successes and 4 advantages. So I would like to add those 4 advantages to the group's pool for use for shooting things. So you guys can spend
So
my advantages
as boost dice on your rolls.
Nice.
Very nice. Cool. Okay. So you tap into the system. Again, it's very basic, but you're able to repair it enough that it'll at least move you forward. In a weird way, a lot of it's just clearing debris out of the gears. And once you do that, it grinds up. Again, please always, as with all technology in this game, if you're imagining a cool gondola you've ridden on, just like fucking make that out of cast iron for some reason and just like skulls for days and kind of rusty and like probably someone died to make it because grimdark.
It's also like really dark outside, I'm imagining. I'm just assuming it's always nighttime. I know it's not.
We're not playing Blades in the Dark.
No, it's grim noon right now.
Yeah,
Grim noon? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's grim noon, says Matthew Mercer to everyone at home. Great. So, Heinrich reaches for the cable, the extended whip, and starts to try and climb. Lyric, can you roll me an athletics check, please? I'll give you 1 boost for the Inquisitor bracing.
Okay.
Sure, why not? I'm going to say this is a 3 purple, 1 setback just for like weather conditions.
Okay.
And the danger of the flying birds. Keeping in mind, sorry, that in this check, this isn't just you pulling him up. This is also him climbing. It's just more entertaining if you roll dice than if I do.
Yeah, and I think to imagine the Inquisitor, it's arms around Lyric and then like a foot up on the wall, just so he's using full body so Lyric don't tumble.
Cool. And I really, really want this to succeed. So I would like to take 2 of the advantage. Those 2 boost dice.
Sure.
Of the 4.
Yeah, you can do that. You also have 2 story points available to you. You can use one of those.
You can also do both.
I'm gonna take 2 boost dice and a story point.
Hey,
That's cool with you.
and
Okay, remind me how I'm using a story point.
it will upgrade one of your greens to a yellow.
Excellent.
Since it's athletics, this will be brawn and athletics.
Love it. Okay, this will hopefully be okay. Rolling. 1 success, 4 advantages.
Damn, son.
I can just put 2 of those advantages right back at you, right? Right back into the pool.
I will say I am going to limit the pass on likely to the next player, just so that we don't have an infinite pool of like, well, we banked 83 advantage over the last session, so I, punch.
Oh,
Isn't
no,
it
sorry.
Death.
Isn't it spent on like weapon?
Oh, is it only weapon stuff?
Weapon special stuff? Don't you have to? Don't they cost advantage to activate? I thought you had to pull it from the pool to do that.
No, it's if you roll it. So, for
so it's only per roll. Wow. Okay.
No, yeah. So to activate a critical, you need to have the advantage in your own dice result.
Okay.
That said, you can use advantage to add boost to the next person, but usually the way that would play out is if
you did something to
Valentine and
affect their
Lyric
action?
are shooting at the same target, then it might be like, okay, well, I missed, but I got 2 advantage, so I'm gonna say that like I pin them, and that means that Valentine has a better time shooting. Cool. There's actually a full chart of things you can spend combat advantage on. I generally kind of prefer the way we've been doing it, but I will send that around so that you just have that kind of in your digital library there, so that you can consider. Because it's things like you can recover strain, you can add 1 boost to the next allied character's check. You can notice important details, inflict crits if you've got that, activate an item quality, and so on and so forth. And then things kind of like scale up from there.
Okay.
Okay. So you can spend 1 advantage or 1 triumph to add 1 dice to the next allied character's check. Alternatively, you could spend 2 advantage or a triumph to add a boost dice to any next character's check, regardless of who the active character is. So rather than just like I dump them all in a pool, it's like, okay, I give Lyric 1 moving forward.
Okay.
So you could give, theoretically, me, if I'm the next character, a boost die.
Yeah.
Or you could spend 2 advantage to give anyone on the tram a boost die.
That is, yes.
Okay. So I should only have added 1 boost die.
It's fine. We're still figuring this out.
All right, next time.
Admittedly,
so I was going to say, Laura, who are you helping and how with your advantage? Like, what's happening that gives somebody help?
This is going to help Heinrich climb up. So this, I imagine this as like me being like extra focused on like how he is climbing and where his arms are, so I'm not like yanking it out from under him at like a inopportune moment.
Cool. In doing so, you manage to kind of like half pull, half climb Heinrich back up. It looks like you are just over halfway there, and there are a lot of Yontos coming. What is your strategy for defending the tram?
Our group, or just for the people shoot? Okay.
You have a brief moment now that Heinrich's back on board and that Alto has repaired the mechanism, where it literally is like you can see the creatures circling, but they aren't swooping in just yet.
All right, friends, my suggestion would be, Alto, you're a decent shot at range. Lyric, you also have skills. I do, as does Deathblower. I would suggest we fire off at range. Billick, keep the place running. Everyone else do the shooting. And I'll be ready with my refractor field and chainsword should any of them gain entrance or approach a window.
I can make the tram go faster if we want to stop.
Scratch that. Billick, make sure nothing breaks. Alto, make us go really, really chugging fast.
Cool. So Alto, I'm imagining you can just do that based on what you've already patched in.
I have an ability called Hand on the Throttle. Since this is a vehicle, once per round, I can increase or decrease the speed by 1 to a minimum of 0 or to a maximum of the vehicle's top speed.
Damn. All right. Very good.
Yeah.
You floor it, which in this case means you move a lever slightly further forward.
Do it gradually or this thing will just fall apart.
That is also true. Yeah. Okay, so for those of you shooting, please go ahead and roll me a ranged attack. And Ryan, I'll have you roll me a melee attack, please.
Great.
Melee
what's
will be
the difficulty
2. Melee difficulty is always 2, unless there's something dramatic happening that would change it. For the shooters, I'm going to say, given the length of weapon you're using, Laura, are you using your rifle or your pistol?
Pistol.
Okay, so Laura, it's going to be 4 purple for you. Tyler, it will be 3 purple for you.
Yikes.
There are story points.
There is story point.
There is a story point.
Okay. Sorry, I thought I was just doing the speed increase. What am I rolling?
Sorry, a ranged light.
Ranged light. Got it.
Ooh. I have to use that story point.
There we go. Bam. Story point.
Bam.
Are you using that to reroll or to up your odds in the
Sorry, that's to up one of my greens to
because
yellow.
they don't allow rerolls. So.
Yeah, no. I was just like looking at like, ugh. I got 2 advantages and 1 failure.
Okay, cool.
Net one advantage.
Oh, sorry, go for it, Tyler.
One advantage?
Just 1 advantage is the net.
Okay.
3 success and 1 advantage.
Okay. So as the party begins to fend off the swooping assault of the Aeontos, you're both Alto and Lyric. You're both trying to fire, but admittedly, like Lyric, you've had to shoot from some pretty bad situations before, but this is much different. Like, it's if we're thinking about like just like that horrible, and like as somebody who's scared of heights, like this is my fucking hell. But like a suspension structure swinging and trying to like line up shots with a pistol at things in the air, like none of these are skills that either of you really have. And
I'm also sitting on Billick's shoulders, just kind of like
well, also driving. Like you're very much doing a full like it's a whole routine. So more and more of them are getting in, and Valentine, you're attacking these things like with all the gusto of an agent of the Imperium on a holy quest. But while you're able to pretty much slay them as they come in through the holes, unfortunately, Lyric and Alto are unable to hold them at bay. And although you're killing them about as fast as they can break in, each time one punches in, the vehicle gets a bit more damaged. And finally, as you tear one aside with your chainsword, to see Doc Cleaver literally just like with syringes in her fist, just fucking punching the side of one of these things to death. You see her look up and just go, fuck me, as 2 of them come in from either side and rend the tram in 2. And with that, you begin your long descent into the valleys. The cables snap, and the tram car begins to swing low, low, low into the deadly jungle beneath you.
This episode of the Valentine Heresy features Ryan LaPlante at the Ryan LaPlante on Twitter as Inquisitor Lucius Valentine, Tyler Hewitt at Tyler_Hewitt on Twitter as Alto, Laura Hamstra at EL Hamstring on Twitter as Lyric, and our Game Master, Tom McGee at McGeeTD on Twitter. This episode's sound was edited and mixed by Laura Hamstra, and the Valentine Heresy's artwork was created by Del Borovic at delborovic.com, DELBOROVIC. Our theme song is The Hordes by Megan McDuffie, and our ads use the tracks No Control and Chiefs by Jazzar, JAHZZAR, available at freemusicarchive.org. When it comes to Dum Dums and Dice, you can visit our website at dumdumdice.com. Our Twitter and Instagram are at dumdumdice, and on Facebook at facebook.com/dumdumdice. We have merchandise available at redbubble.com/people/dumdumdice. And most importantly, you can join our Patreon at patreon.com/dumdumdice. That's DUMBDICE. Ave Imperator, and death to all the heretics.
Dum Dums and Dice has to give a special thank you to the supreme beings of our Patreon at this time: Christian Menicola, Long, the Half-Blind Prophet, James Cuellar, DM Rob, Christopher Little, Olin Anderson, Sue One, Devin Boyce, George Dolby, One True Artistry, Orion Birchfield, Anthony Griffin, and Jill and Noel LaPlante. If you want your name to be added to this list, you can join our Patreon too at patreon.com/dumdumdice. Thanks to them, and a little bit of thanks to you.
Hello. No, I didn't fall asleep.
Hallo?
Hello. I was just talking downstairs, talking with my wife.
Jeg ble kastet ut av serveren.
Hva ble det da? Har de restartet, kanskje?
Kanskje det, ja. Jeg prøver å se om jeg får starte den opp etter.
Signups are still... Jeg kom inn nå. Signups are still open. Let's see if they wrote something.
Jeg fikk lyst til å starte en ny igjen, jeg.
Ikke si Hunter, da.
Jo. Så jeg kan lage engineering og mining på. Har jeg den buksa? Ja, da må jeg ha 12 medium-ledder for å lage denne buksa. Jeg kan lage en ny backarmor til deg, Erik.
The new server is a back-end server, not a PvP server or new player server. We want to never have logging queues for players if we can help it. And ensure we are prepared for any sign-up spikes. Huh.
Hva lever du på? Det kan jeg sjekke selv, vel.
14 kom jeg på nå med Magen.
Ja.
Magen. Oh well, my wife has some issues with her back and she was applied a lotion.
Pluss 2 i
that hopefully helps through the night.
Trenger ikke pluss 4 agility, vel. Presten bruker, Magen bruker ikke agility.
Nei. Mage bruker ikke intelligence og spirit. Og stamina, tredje, kanskje.
Spirit, intelligens og stamina.
Ja.
Da lager jeg deg en fine ladder.
Intellect increases mana points and chance to score critical hits with spells.
Pluss 2 i stamina.
Stamina, haha. Stamina.
Du skulle hatt en sånn karakter som kunne enchante ting, da. Eller har vi det på gildet?
Nei. Jeg vet da faen.
Du er venner med Goldshare, ikke sant? Eller er du borte med den campen? Logging-campen?
Signups are open! Log in, boys.
Er du fremdeles borte med logging-campen?
Ja. Må få meg noe farsa.
Ja. Jeg må få med noen 8 slottsbagger.
Skal se, nå skal jeg på den øya og drepe Rogue Wizards og Riverpaw Outrunner. Skal du være med på det?
Jeg tror ikke jeg har fått det oppdraget. Eller har jeg da?
Remember, guys and girls, sign up is open. Maybe I should just play some music and screw the... the only downside if I play music, YouTube and this stupid system blocks the videos. Because...
Er den oppe på... Det står... Stone-cairn-like, er den?
Ja.
Det har gjort.
Yeah. I think the movie will be blocked, like, depending on what kind of rights Norway has to the music and this and that. Oh, I don't have money. What am I doing?
so that they believe themselves to be the dominant species on the planet. After all, if they did, the Xenos would be purged with fire. Also, if you look to the right of the tram, so there's certain things that only make sense in hindsight, and one of the challenges with printing anything is you've really committed once it's printed. So when they printed that pamphlet, they had no idea that they were actually incorrect. That the Iantos was not to the left or the right, but directly down the center of the tram, which is where this pterodactyl-shaped creature, so think like from kind of the main torso, leathery wings, but
Jeg tror jeg hører russebuss utenfor nå. Jeg hørte dunk, dunk, dunk.
So it's like a big fucking snake.
Russen har visst lov å spille musikk helt til skolen slutter, visstnok.
And the tail seems to actually be a snake tail with a rattle at the end. Fiery red scales all the way down. And, almost like butterfly patterns on the...
Det jævlig irriterende for folk som jobber da. At det plutselig er musikk midt på natta og vekker nabolag og...
Ja, men det kan ikke ha sånn helt i nærheten av boligfelt. Det kan ikke det.
Nei, hvis en buss kjører på E6-en, som ikke er så langt unna i luftlinje her, så kan man våkne av det her, hvis det spiller høyt nok.
Det var sånn mer lydisolert.
Can you roll me what should this be? I think I'll give you some options. It can either be a streetwise check, a survival. Streetwise or survival, I think, or athletics. I take one of the three. Basically, I want you to in that. Well, and that's hence why I need you to add the color to this so you know which check is appropriate.
Yeah.
I would give you streetwise if enough things have come crashing through windows in the hive that you're actually somewhat danger ready, not for like a fucking pterodactyl monster, but for just a thing to smash through the window. It's more...
Right.
I think it's more... And it might not apply here, but it's more to the idea of like, how ready are you... Are you the kind of person who walks into a room and immediately checks out how many doors there are? Or are you the kind of person who's like, I'll make a fucking door?
I have acted as a lone bounty hunter for like the majority of my life, so I would be ready.
Okay.
This is like, this is also like the hive is like a fucking sketchy place, and it's like really like beaten down.
Like really, windows are just
like... Jeg vet nå det.
Under det tårnet som mellom Goldshare og den logging-campen, der det også en for kopper.
Okay. I'm gonna do a streetwise for this.
Okay, great.
Hva tror du?
Okay.
Nei. Eller hva?
Og det tårnet mellom Goldshare og logging-campen som oppå den haugen der.
It was your special day.
Der det en sånn liten kopperår. Siden ned siden.
Jeg har sånn der år.
Ja.
Men jeg spiller Magen, så jeg ikke miner uansett.
Nei. Men du vet om det at det ligger der, sant?
Altså, jeg har den add-on som viser alle stedene.
Ja. Jeg fikk jo når jeg spilte Age of Conan, så fikk jeg jo sånn kart av en som jeg kjente. Av alle ressurser. Så jeg kunne liksom ta meg en liten tur.
Fine. I mean, I wrapped the boost for you, but I can take it back. It's fine. There's a receipt.
Og så når jeg hadde kommet tilbake på hele turen, hadde spånet på nytt på førsteplassen.
Oh, man.
So like, don't make me re-roll.
I would say this is your first rodeo, but this is definitely your first rodeo of this sort. But I think after how badly you got fucked up down on the jungle floor, I feel like in a lot of ways you won't actually properly rest until you're off this fucking planet.
Yeah.
And as
Du
a
var
result,
uppe på en øy, en øye, du. Og dreper den ikke?
It was very like John McClane.
Eller er det litt høy level for deg?
It's the nose you were given.
Eller går det akkurat?
Ja, det er bare level 10 da.
So you throw yourself down.
Så det går fint til level 14.
Snap over kind of where your center mass would have been, as this thing kind of like, in that way that birds who crash their windows awkwardly do. It's like kind of like there's enough space for it to move a little bit, but this is definitely not what a majestic flying creature should do.
Har jeg en backarmor til deg?
The good news is you didn't take any damage from that, so that's great.
Er det nord eller sør på noen øyer?
Nei, jeg gikk helt sør, så jeg går til de hva faen, de nålene er helt nord.
Like immediate, just like instinct to grab my auto pistol.
Okay, great.
Right there.
So with your triumph, we'll just say you've got your auto pistol out and sort of aimed at its underbelly. Inquisitor, you threw yourself down based on Phalox's sage advice. You see him step forward and just kind of like with like 2 dart guns in his mouth, just kind of like grab the jaws and start like kind of snake wrestling. Alto, what do you do? You were. Did you see this thing coming, do you think, as you were looking out at the clouds?
Well, I was singing a song for them.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So, depending on where I was positioned, it sounds like it either came in behind me, in which case it would have knocked me over.
It would be in front, because basically it's like, imagine like you behind, the 2 of them at the quote-quote altar, the Inquisitor.
Yeah, to the people watching, signups are open. You can make an account.
I would have seen it coming and was probably petrified because I've never seen a flying creature before, let alone something that big. Like, Alto hasn't seen birds, forget pterodactyls. Like, so probably just the singing just trailed off, and you just see him like eyes wide, just fumbling for.
I'm not sure if they.
And it's too late.
Det er ikke på øya jeg gikk de der nålene. Som er litt nord på andre siden av øya.
Cool. Inquisitor, you threw yourself down. This thing swept in over you and is currently worrying at Phalox Deathblower.
So, step 1, as always, he can't die, so he puts on his refractor field, which is just like slap the button on his necklace, just whoop, that pops up around him. And then he is essentially underneath this thing.
Jeg skulle hatt en med en mining også på.
Chain sword out, chain sword in, hopefully, just from
en annen, vi kunne ha tatt miner.
Cool, so this is going
det
to
ligger jo 2 stykker på den øya.
I will give you a boost for it being ridiculously confined. I will also, however, give you a setback for trying to wield a sword at that, like, that's a terrible angle. It's hard to get weight behind it. Yeah.
All right, and I will use a story point to enhance my blow to its evil Warhammer 40k cloaca.
So we are now sitting...
The cloaca? Why?
That's what's there.
We are currently sitting at 1 and 3 in my favor for story points. FYI.
2 successes and 3 advantage.
Damn, you guys are fucking on fire these sessions. Like, you should just be like, I rolled to end the conspiracy, and it's like, oh, well.
As long as we all stay in our respective wheelhouses, we'll be fine, yeah.
Yeah. Tom, the crit is 2, and I've got 2 successes. So does that make this a critical hit? How does that work?
Do you have...
I have 3 advantage.
Yeah.
Yes, you can spend 2 advantage to activate a crit.
Hell yeah, let's do that. Which is metal as hell. So, this weapon does 7 damage.
With
1 pierce to remove 1 from the soak.
Jeg minst det kan gjøre.
And when it comes to damage, because it is a chainsword weapon, which is super nasty, it's vicious 3, which means if you are rolling on a chart to determine the crit damage...
Ooh, fine leather cloak.
Okay.
because these weapons are manglers. You're literally hitting someone with a chainsaw that's in the shape of a sword.
Some kind of chain
sword, if you
would. Hey, oh, shit. Okay, yeah, I get you.
Chain pure.
Chain pure.
A chainatar. Chaintana. There's a lot of different swords you can do this with, and they're all fun.
Chaintana might be my favorite.
Which is
Tsushima, it's just a chaintana.
Technically, I think that's a term we coined in DD&D in 2099.
Oh yeah.
Oh really?
Oh, because the new models they had chainswords.
Yeah.
Patent pending.
Yep, that's our trademark. You can't have a Games Workshop.
Also, thank you for
letting us make the show.
Yeah.
We'll trade it for permission to make the show.
Har ingen.
You can have it.
All right, I'm just looking up. You don't have the critical hit chart there, I assume, right?
No, they didn't give me that.
I am rapidly scrolling through a document trying to find it. I'm finding everything that does critical hits, not critical hits themselves.
Less perfect.
It's funny.
We did it before, and Laura damaged a leg.
Yeah, I remember. I know. I just remember looking at this chart earlier today and being like, I don't need this.
I don't know. Like, Ryan, I got a +1 agility leg out of it.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to put a robot leg on the pterodactyl yet. Wait for Valentine's next vision, and who fucking knows?
Yeah, season 5 really goes off the rails.
Here.
I wonder if this pterodactyl has a brother. Ionto, is it, Tom?
Yes.
Yonto?
I bet this.
Yeah, I'm listening to the podcast episode again since I missed most of it.
Give to him.
Okay, well, Ryan, you can go ahead and roll your damage regardless. Yep.
Damage is 7.
7, okay.
+1 pierce.
And you had 1 success?
Two successes. So 9 if we add 2 of the total.
Yep. Okay. Cool.
Oops.
9 damage, ignoring 1 soak.
Boo this. Okay, well, regardless, I can tell you that it's close enough to murder that I think we can just safely say that the critical hit puts it up and over. But you can describe the cool vicious thing it does. So what cool vicious thing does it do?
I think with the refractor field on, he just stabs up and in, and then it just like catches on some bones and pulls the Inquisitor up, and the refractor field like pulls it all around him, and he actually just rises up so that he's like standing over it with gore dripping off of the thing around him, and he's like, all right, does anyone see any others?
Hallå?
Är det vissa typer av det skulle ha?
Phalanx Deathblower just be like,
ja.
And just like spit a dart down its throat.
Jag ska drepa 4 outrunners till.
Yeah, so you can see several of these things
in
the clouds. They seem to be flying.
Also 6 river paw runt.
Där en outrunner.
Billick is just kind of saying, hey guys,
Kan bare joine gruppa og drepe vi alt.
The ceiling where you can see sort of sparks and twisted metal from where this thing crashed in. It seemed that it has damaged the mechanism. You are currently not moving.
Alto will just he was knocked on his ass by this thing like rattling around the gondola. He'll just spring up to his feet and just say, I got it, just cover me, please. And he'll start to go to work on that panel.
Okay. So Billick will like hoist you up onto his shoulders, and you can go to work on the ceiling.
Is Billick acting quickly?
Billick is acting normally.
Pillarna fullt, ja.
No, I'm still using this moment to assess whether he's worthy of coming with us.
Oh yeah, I think what you can tell, that totally makes sense. What you can tell is he clearly saw he couldn't reach it. And given that Alto was like pulling out what he can immediately identify as better gear, he was just like, "Oh fuck yeah!" Like,
det är väl någon på andra sidan,
so he did the most efficient thing he could think to do, which was immediately just like not try and help and just be like, pulling a Mad Max where it's like, you can just use my shoulder as a fucking tripod because that's the most help I can be to you right now.
I think Valentine will just bark out orders to everybody else and just be like, Vigata, if you could watch the front. Lyric, great observations. Over there, just points to the other side of the window. He's like, Farlock's out the back, and I'll watch this one. Everyone yell if one of them comes at us. And then he'll just draw his bolt pistol and be ready.
You realize looking around that you don't see Heinrich anywhere.
Ah, balls. Does anyone see the seer? Heinrich?
If I saw this thing
Hang the
coming
fly, no?
initially, did I see what happened to Heinrich?
I think when
Erik.
everyone was kind of tossed around,
Runt.
crashing in,
Huh?
you didn't.
Ja, jeg trenger runt.
Yeah.
Lyric, you're getting just occasional flashes of like just wind hitting your face and clouds.
I look over the edge.
Hanging from a loose piece of cable, you see Heinrich the Seer just like screaming wordlessly as he hangs on for dear life.
Okay, I want to take my shock whip, but not turned on, and like extend it towards him.
And he looks up and he says, Heinrich met you in the other space, yes?
What?
The space in our minds. We met there, yes?
Yeah.
You have bloody hands. Will you chop me?
The Valentine. I
Har du
need a
siste?
hand, I think, I guess.
Yes, consult the Emperor.
Nøkkel.
Damn it, Heinrich.
Yeah.
What's going on? Oh, Heinrich, take the whip. We'll help you up. And Valentine will just brace himself to kind of assist with the hefting.
So, just to be clear for my own brain, Ryan, you are bracing.
Yes. Bracing to pull him up.
Okay, cool. So
I have no ability related to it, but I am.
So he kind of like nods and is like, "Oh, this is fine then," and begins to climb. Alto, go ahead, please, and roll me a tech use. I'm gonna say this is a difficulty 3. The technology itself isn't very complex. It's just damage.
Sånn da, nå er den ferdig.
I am, however, gonna give you 2 setback dice
Only thought-
for just
That
the
guy.
the shaking and everything else. You look like you've got.
Jeg trenger vel du på den andre
How many
spillere,
was
ikke
that again?
3.
3. Thank you.
Ja.
Would you would you classify this gondola as a vehicle?
Actually, yes.
Great. I have an ability called Resourceful Mechanic, so I get an additional system strain or hull trauma. So I just automatically get. When I succeed, I get one
Han kom
automatic
ikke så langt unna.
success to that. I guess.
Nice thing. Amazing. Great.
Or for in terms of like tracking like physical health or system health, it goes up by 1 additional.
Cool. I will say I'm going to spend a story point to turn one of those purples into a red.
Okay.
As
du
you start to futz
hva
around
du
with the
skal
guts of
gjøre
it,
nå?
Jeg løper og leverer mission.
swooping at the tram. None of them have hit it yet, but it does mean that it's like rocking back and forth rather dramatically, which does make fine motor skills slightly more difficult.
Yes, it would.
I will, however, give you 1 blue as
Yeah.
well for
Signups are open for Octo,
offering advice. Just
so
as someone who
we
knows
sit their
this.
sites.
Okay.
Make an account.
Great. I'm also plugged
Are we
into
on
it with my
tog
mind
lead?
impulse unit, so that gives me an additional little bonus there as well. Okay, rolling. Yes. 2 successes and 4 advantages. So I would like to add those 4 advantages to the group's pool for use for shooting things, so you guys can spend
So-
my advantages
as boost dice on your rolls.
Nice.
Very nice. Cool. Okay. So you tap into the system. Again, it's very basic, but you're able to repair it enough that it'll at least move you forward. In a weird way, a lot of it's just clearing debris out of the gears, and once you do that, it grinds up. Again, please always, as with all technology in this game, if you're imagining a cool gondola you've ridden on, just like fucking make that out of cast iron for some reason, and just like skulls for days and kind of rusty, and like probably someone died to make it because grimdark.
It's also like really dark outside, I'm imagining. I'm just assuming it's always nighttime.
Dumt ikke å bruke armorkit på
These are nice
backarmeren, da.
bandanas, if a little rough.
It's
Here you
Grim
are.
right now.
It's Grim Noon? Okay. Okay.
It's grim noon, says Matthew Mercer to everyone at home. Great. So, Heinrich reaches for the cable, the extended whip, and starts to try and climb.
Safe travels.
Lyric, can you roll me an athletics check, please? I'll give you 1 boost for the Inquisitor bracing.
Okay.
Sure, why not? I'm gonna say this is a 3 purple, 1 setback just for like weather conditions, and the danger of the flying birds. Keeping in mind, sorry, that in this check, this isn't just you pulling him up.
Heartstone tilbake til Goldshire.
Okay.
Ja, bare vent litt.
The Inquisitor, its arms
Jeg har en
around
gold
Lyric and like a foot
koppeår
up on the
til deg,
wall,
så du
just
kan
so he's
sende
using
til
full
din
body so
andre.
Lyric don't tumble.
Ja, det er ikke så farlig, men
Really want this to succeed. So I would like to take 2 of the advantage. Those 2 boost dice.
Sure. You also have 2 story points available.
Jeg fant det på 0.
Oh!
One of those.
You can also do both.
I'm gonna take 2 boost dice and a story point.
Hey,
That's cool. Okay,
and
remind me.
yet Tamara, no, I didn't fall asleep this time.
Upgrade one of your greens to a yellow.
Excellent.
This is athletics. This will be brawn.
Jeg lurer på om jeg skal prøve et
Okay, this will hopefully
lite
be
nesten
This news is
suicide.
troubling. Already our defenses are stretched thin,
One success,
and losing Rolf
4
and Malachi to those
advantages.
Murlocs put us in an even worse
Damn,
position.
son.
If things
I
don't
can just put
improve,
2 of
there
those
will be
advantages
fighting in
right back
Goldshire
at
by
you,
the
right?
week's end.
Right back into the
For your
pool.
shrewdness
I will
and
say
valor,
I am going
I
to
have a marker here that is good for
the,
1 piece of armor.
Pass on.
I want you to
like,
take it to
the
Sarah
next player,
Timberlane
just
at
so that
the-
we don't have an infinite pool of like. Well, we banked 83 advantage over the last session, so I, punch.
Isn't it?
Oh,
Isn't
not
it-
time.
Death.
Isn't it spent on like weapon?
Hvor finner vi den nøkkelen, da?
Oh, is it only weapon stuff?
Weapon special stuff?
Erik,
Don't you have to,
det er
don't
den
they cost
kista.
advantage to activate?
Vet jeg ikke.
No, it's if you roll it. So.
So it's only per roll. Wow.
Jeg var ikke han som døde, eller?
There's a dwarven weaponsmith in
Yasmin,
Stormwind, Simon
that one
Elmore,
not
who sent word that he needs help with a delivery. I believe he wants a package sent to his homeland in the north.
You did something
Valentine
to
and
affect their
Lyric
action?
are shooting at the same target, then it might be like, okay, well, I missed, but I got 2 advantage, so I'm going to say that, like, I pin them, and that means that Valentine has a better time shooting.
Greetings,
there's
mage.
actually a full
Shall I
chart
provide you with further
of,
insight into the
things you
world
can
of
spend,
magic?
Combat advantage on. I generally
Ooh, arcane blasts, nice.
But, I will send that around so that you just have that kind of in your digital library there, so that you can consider, because it's things like you can recover strain, you can add 1 boost to the next allied character's check, you can notice important details, inflict crits if you've got that, activate an item quality, and so on and so forth, and then things kind of like scale up from there.
Okay.
So you can spend 1 advantage or 1 triumph to add 1 dice to the next allied character's check. Alternatively, you could spend 2 advantage or a triumph to add a boost dice to any next character's check, regardless of who the active character is. So rather than just like, I dump them all in a pool, it's like, okay, I give Lyric 1 moving forward.
Okay.
So you could give, theoretically, me, if I'm the next character, a
Jeg
boost.
tror jeg bare går og
Yeah,
tar
you can
den
spend
på
2 advantage to give
flip
anyone on the tram a boost die.
greia her borte.
Yes.
Okay. So I should only have added 1 boost die.
It's fine. We're still figuring this out.
All right, next time.
Admittedly,
so I was just saying, Laura, who are you helping and how with your advantage? Like, what's happening that gives somebody help?
This is going to help Heinrich climb up. So this, I imagine this as like me being like extra focused on like how he is climbing and where his arms are, so I'm not like yanking it out from under him at like a inopportune moment.
Cool. So in doing so, you manage to kind of like half pull, half climb Heinrich back up. It looks like you are just over halfway there, and there are a lot of Yontos coming. What is your strategy for...
Jeg lurer på om jeg tar kvelden nå.
Ja.
Well, guys, I will go to bed now. It's getting late, so I will see you tomorrow.
Kan du ta knid på den?
It literally is like you can see the creatures
Ser
circling,
ikke du min...
but they aren't swooping in just yet.
All right, friends, my suggestion would be, Alto, you're a decent shot at range. Lyric, you also have skills, I do, as does Deathblower. I would suggest...
Yeah, good night. I will see you tomorrow. Ja.
I'll be ready with my refractor field and chainsword should any of them gain
Han
entrance or approach...
Denne.
Om jeg trenger den?
Ja.
Ja, den er bedre enn den jeg har, ja.
Ja.
Yeah, good night, guys. See you tomorrow for the air show.
Skal jeg bare sende en posten til deg da?
Ja, gjør du det. Remember, sign up. Sign up! Sign up!
Skal jeg sende den i posten?
Ja, gjør det.